It's going down. The fight of the century. Tommy Fury versus KSI. I've got to say, boys, I'm quite invested in this fight card, believe it or not. Mainly because there's two people fighting who I really want to see their heads get punched in. Logan Paul and KSI. Listen, I'm not being a hater. I don't mind KSI too much. I just think he overestimates his ability a little bit. Maybe because he's in business with Logan Paul, it's just guilty by association. And that's why I want to see Tommy Fury win. And also, just as a lifetime martial artist, I want to see the professional fighter win. To put these YouTubers in place. Now, we're going to be reacting to the KSI and Tommy Fury face-off, but before we do that, let's refresh our memory on KSI's skills. We know how good Tommy Fury is based on his last fight versus Jake Paul, so let's take a look at some highlights of KSI. I don't think these are in any particular order.
And he's actually talking at him. He's saying, come on then.
He's talking, but he's not throwing punches. And KSI
Okay, so Swarms was pretty much just a punching bag, so you can't really go off much here.
There's no shame in running. Many great boxers have ran before. Fair play to him. That was a trip. That was a slip. That was a slip. Get out with the first round, which would be a huge win, in my opinion. 2 weeks boxing experience here, people.
When someone's got posture like that and they're not even looking at the fighter and they're looking off, listening to what the coach is saying, they're not in the fight, they're not focused. There's not much that your coach can tell you really that's going to turn the fight around in instances like this.
And there it is.
Yeah, fairly decent combo by KSI as well. It's not actually bad boxing. It's decent. It's just that he's up against a very lackluster opponent.
JJ really going to work early and just wanted to maul this guy.
He hit him with a
he's down! He's down!
Okay, calling for the back of the head shot.
He's got to establish the jab.
Yeah, KSI's doing double jab, overhand.
He's down again.
That wasn't a back of the head shot. It was not a back of the head shot.
Yeah, the problem with this kid is he's turning his head as the punch is being thrown.
FaZe Temper taking a battering like a man. Both of them took it like a man. They tried their heart out. This guy is in here for a quick payday to get the hell out of this country.
All right, Geordie Shaw. What's his name? True Geordie. Going in on the kid. Okay, it's fight versus Temper.
Tommy's something to look at he hasn't seen.
That was nice. Let's just scroll back. Right, watch Temper. Let's see how he defends this coming in. Okay, his hands were up but away from him rather than being tight close in. He could have defended that easy, but that's just a lack of experience. We got KSI versus Logan Paul, number 1. This is when KSI was just swinging, but it was his first... Was it his first fight? No, it was second fight, wasn't it? I remember watching this, and KSI, he wings a lot of his shots, just kind of throws big overhands. He's got decent power, though. See? He does the paw, the angry cat, I call it. Meow, 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 meow. The way KSI was swinging then, Logan Paul used that exact same technique on Floyd. Basically just big windmills, but look, it's his second fight. We can't judge too much. Skipping ahead.
Gotta get in there to land it.
Wide punches for KSI. Nice jab. Got caught with the right hand. Ducks out of the way of that.
You can always tell someone's inexperienced, right? Watch KSI. As he throws the jab, his right hand is back here. Like, so he goes like this, full screen it. As he jabs, this hand goes back and he goes ready to throw the right. I see so many people do it all the time. They literally jab and their arm goes back as a default, almost as if they're doing a bow and arrow. Jab, I put my arms back here, see it, there it is. Oh, miss. Rather than just coming straight from the chin. Look out for Tommy to capitalise on that. He could get him with a check hook as he's coming in, if he hasn't fixed that hole in his game. See, watch KSI jab, watch him. Watch his right hand, okay? So he jabs, but watch his backhand. See? You see it? See, look at that right hand. Just always winging out behind his body, ready to throw. So it's a bad habit to have. I think we might see some more of that in this fight. He might get a little bit excited, throw that jab out, his arm comes back, and then he wings it, but Tommy might catch him on the way in with that. And let's go back to his first fight.
To throw. Joe needs to throw a punch.
See, look at that backhand.
And he does. And he does throw. And he lands.
This is Joe sitting back, waiting for
And he
KSI
does
to open
throw.
himself
And
up.
he lands again.
Keeps hitting his
and
face.
he's making a
landing in
fight
the
out of
face.
it.
Let me just go back to that first fight and see if KSI still does that now.
This week, I'm willing to eat those to get to where I
Right, so we're watching for his right hand.
want to get to.
Yeah, he still does it. Yeah, so he carries his hands very low, which can definitely work in sports like MMA, but boxing, it's a little bit harder to get away with. You've got people like Michael Venom Page, who's got a similar style to KSI, the way he was kind of bouncing with floaty hands. I do it, but within MMA, kickboxing, you can get away with it a bit more because you've got more tools and it's a completely different distance. But Tommy's going to be a lot more defensively sound to the point where KSI is not going to be able to blitz in like that. Obviously, he might. This is all speculation, but we can only go off the footage that we've currently got. And this is a prime example. When you see someone training on pads, it doesn't really represent how they're going to actually train in a fight. Hitting pads and actually fighting are two completely different things. You hit pads to drill the combinations, to drill the motor patterns into you. It's all good doing a 3, 5, 10 punch combo on some pads, but the moment that you've got someone in there hitting your back, them combinations go out the window. That's why I don't like seeing boxing coaches when they're working with a novice build these big long combinations of 10, 15, 20 punches, and then you actually spar that beginner and they're like, oh, they're doing the angry cat again. So I don't know what this footage is like, but I can guarantee that it probably looks quite good. This was also uploaded quite a while ago in January, so around the time of his last fight. Let's see what he looks like. Yeah, so he looks good. He's working on some head movements. He's got a nice little bounce in his step. It's definitely a different style than how Jake Paul fights. So the question's going to be, how will Tommy Fury deal with KSI's more bouncy, floaty, karate type style versus Jake Paul style? Anyway, enough of the analysis. It's time for some entertainment.
This is KSI versus Tommy Fury. This is Face Off. You guys just almost looked at each other and smiled, and then the smile turned into a bit of a mean stare. What was the smile for?
Oh no, I'm just excited.
Yeah?
I'm excited. October 14th, man. I'm gonna knock you out. Yeah.
From what I can see across me, you ain't knocking nothing out. I'll be honest with you now, he's a lot smaller of a man than I thought he was.
Okay, we'll see.
A lot
I'm
smaller.
a fast guy. Fast,
Let
powerful.
me tell you now, I'm
All my
fast.
power's in the legs.
I'm powerful.
You don't do leg day. I can see.
And you do leg day?
Yes, all the time.
Please. 2 matchsticks you've got carrying you up.
Nope.
And
What?
I'm telling you now, all I've got to say is Jake Paul, I was playing games, going in there, feinting, jabbing up and down. See what I'm going to do with you?
Yeah.
I'm going to come straight to you.
Cool.
I'm going to hit you hard, and harder.
That's if you
And
can
I ain't
catch me.
going to stop
That's
until
if you
you're on
can
the
catch
ground.
me.
Yeah, and do you know what, right, to be fair, KSI has got a little bit of a unique style. He is going to be fairly elusive in there. I do think for the first 2 or 3 rounds, the Tommy Fury might struggle finding KSI a little bit, but I think then rounds 3, 4, 5, he'll start figuring KSI out. Now, you guys correct me, I'm no YouTube boxing expert, but I don't think KSI has really been the distance with this type of style. Sure, he went the distance with Logan Paul twice, but that was when he was a lot more flat-footed. Trying to do a bouncy, in-and-out, dynamic style is very difficult to keep up over 8 rounds, and I would know, because that's how I fight, and that's another thing. Tommy is a conventional boxer. KSI is not, and sometimes that can lead to some difficulties. I'm not the best boxer, but when I fight boxers, sometimes because I'm a little bit unconventional, they struggle figuring out my style a little bit more than when they fight someone with boxing fundamentals.
Really?
There's no one
Every
that fights
amateur
like
in the
me.
country fights like you.
There's no...
Bobbing up and down on your
Nope,
thing.
no one fights like me. Yep.
We'll see. Do that against a professional boxer
Yeah,
and you'll
and
see.
then I'll knock you out, and then
We'll
you'll be
see.
like, "Whoa, where am I? What's
Do you know the
going on?"
funniest thing? I feel like I'm in a head wave. I've already done this before with a certain man across the pond. He said all this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna knock you
But
out.
I'm different.
You're different.
I'm KSI.
Right.
I'm different.
But you wouldn't beat Jake Paul.
I will beat Jake Paul if
You
I
won't.
wanted to. I would. I'd knock him out clean.
I don't believe what
You didn't
I
knock
don't
him
believe
out. You got knocked down by him.
Who? That was
You
a
got
slip, by
knocked
the
down.
I don't think KSI would beat Jake Paul. I think it'd be a good fight, but I think Jake Paul would have him.
And you
That
got
was a
knocked
slip.
down by Jake Paul.
No matter what it was, why are you different? What have you done? Who have you fought? You've done
It's
nothing.
not about who I fought. It's
true.
about who I am.
Right.
Every
And who
person always puts me as the underdog. And then when I come through and do my thing, they go, oh, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, but who have you fought?
He's fought YouTubers.
I fought Logan Paul.
Logan Paul's never won a fight.
Logan Paul is a strong guy. He'll
Yeah,
knock
but he's
you
never
out.
won a fight. He's a wrestler.
Still, he's a very strong guy.
Yeah, but
He
so
was
is
in the ring with
everybody in
he was
the
in the
ring.
ring with Floyd Mayweather.
My manager's a strong guy, but he's not a boxer.
Yeah, I mean, cool. You're a bodybuilder. That
I'm not a
boxes.
bodybuilder. No, I'm a boxer. I've been boxing since
No,
I was
you're
a
a
kid,
bodybuilder
mate.
that boxes.
I've been boxing since I was a kid.
You're stiff.
Stiff.
Yeah, bro. Stiff.
I'm going to stiffen
You
your
think
jaw
you
on the
think you're
14th,
fast?
my
You
friend.
think you're
KSI calling Tommy Fury stiff when he's like that. Call it the crucifix jab.
You think
gonna
I'm going to
go
run away
swinging,
from
bro.
a man who's built like you?
Come.
I've got
When
a
I hit
cousin
you-
who's 10
when
years
I hit
old
you,
who's
you'll
built like
see.
you. I'm going to come
When I
to
hit
you,
you,
I'm going to flatten
see.
you because you're a small
When
man.
I hit you, you will
You're
see.
a small man.
When I hit you,
and you'll
you're
feel
going
my
to
power.
be like,
Jake
raw.
Paul was lucky. Jake Paul was lucky he never got hit proper.
The
8
amount
rounds.
of times he
was
hit
lucky.
you with an overhand.
Oh, what did that do?
I did nothing.
Exactly.
That's what I mean.
Exactly.
So compare that to me now.
But Jake Paul's a bigger man and can hit
No,
harder.
he doesn't. What
Yes,
do you
he
think Jake
does.
Paul is harder than me?
Who have you knocked out?
Are you
Who have you
serious?
knocked out? Who have you nicked out?
I've knocked out Temper.
I don't even know who's Temper.
Face Temper.
Face temper, Call of Duty YouTuber.
I don't know who that
I've
is.
knocked him out.
I don't know who Face Temper is.
Okay, I've knocked Fournier with my forearm.
Fournier.
I didn't even get
my
to
mother,
hit him with
my
my
mother
fist.
could beat Fournier. So
Okay,
let's
cool.
not count that, please.
So then,
KSI elbowed someone in his last fight and treated it like it was a knockout. He literally missed the hook and elbowed the lad, and he was walking around the centre of the ring like he'd just done something absolutely magical and spectacular, like he was the dog's bollocks.
And then second round, I came through with that overhand, the shot that I said I wouldn't be able to land on him, came through with it. And then from then on, I just, he was like trying to grab me for dear life, trying to just hold me, just trying to figure out where he was. And then from then on, I just hit him, right, boom, and that was it.
And I think that, just thinking of it, is one of the reasons why I don't like KSI, is because of that fight. He knocked the lad out with the elbow, then was in denial about it, and was claiming that it was a clean blow. Absolutely delusional. So yeah, that's why I don't like KSI. I remembered now.
Are you following Jake Paul's script? Because
I'm
it
not
sounds
following-
like you
I'm
are.
not following his script.
Well, that's
I'm a
exactly what he
different
said.
man.
And
I
what
don't
happened?
care.
He had
Yeah,
to go
because
back and fight Nate Diaz, who made
Okay,
the stinker
cool.
of a show.
So who am I? KSI. Yeah,
You're
it's
not
different.
KSI.
What do you mean I'm not?
That's not your name, mate. What is your real name?
I'm
I don't want to
KSI.
call you KSI. I want to call you by your real name.
Olajide Olatunji.
Right, okay.
Whatever.
At the end of the day, yeah,
Uh-huh.
forget KSI. I'm in the ring with you.
Cool.
And when you're in the ring with me, yeah, you're going to mess with somebody who's been fighting their whole
Yeah.
life. And I'm going to plough through you.
Cool, we'll see.
Do you expect this to be harder than Jake Paul?
No. No, let me tell you now.
Right.
I don't underestimate anybody. I'll tell you for a fact what I have done, and this is on my cross my heart and hope to die. I have trained 100 times harder for you than I have Jake Paul.
Good. I want the best
Yeah.
version of you.
You're going to get the best
I want
version.
the best version.
And I guarantee.
And then that will just up
you
my.
are not good. You'll be very lucky to escape the first round.
We'll see.
And I promise you
We'll
that.
see. Okay, cool.
Because
I
I'm
can't
not,
wait.
I'm not coming in
I ain't
to
going
tip and tap
anywhere.
about.
I'll be in the middle of the ring. You
We'll
can't
see.
miss me.
Oh, well, I'll meet you there head on.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to go to the fight, okay? I'm going to try and rally the troops. Would I love to see a first round KO? Yeah and no. No, because I want to get me money's worth. But also, I think it'd be really good for Tommy. He hasn't had any finishes recently, so it will do a lot for Tommy Fury's reputation. He'll blow up.
Well, we should talk about the weight, actually.
Let's talk
You
about
were
the
crying about
oh,
the
no,
weight
wait,
so much.
wait. Can we also
Mr.
talk about the rounds?
I'll fight him at any.
Can we
I'll
also
fight
talk
him at
about the
any way.
rounds?
I'll fight him at any way.
My team got in touch with his team. I said, let's do 8
but it has
rounds.
to be-
I've
it has
just
to be
done
188.
eight rounds of
let's talk about the
Paul.
weight.
No, let's talk about
the
rounds.
weight first.
You want to talk about weight? I'll
Let's
talk
talk
about
about
rounds.
weight. Yeah, so I started first.
I'm the A side here.
You're not the A side.
I am the A
Who's
side.
number one?
I'm the A side. I'll just beat your best friend.
versus
No.
Tommy Fury.
Yeah, because you won't take the fight, you little.
KSI versus Tommy
If it
Fury.
wasn't
I'm the
KSI
A
versus
side.
Tommy Fury, you wouldn't have took the
I'm
fight.
the A side.
He wouldn't have took the fight.
I
don't
the
care
guy.
about all that bullshit.
I'm fighting you in your
Who's
backyard,
walking second?
and I'm
Who's
going to knock
walking
you out.
first? Does it
Simple as
matter?
that.
Does it matter?
All right, let's get those
Mr.
two.
Oh, I can't fight. at
Mister, I don't
this
want to do
weight.
8 rounds. I'll only do 6.
I can't
I don't
fight
want to
this
go 8
way.
rounds. I don't want to fight 8 rounds. I'll fight 10
well,
rounds.
we gave you everything. We gave you.
You
the
gave me everything.
Hometown Manchester. You were fine in Manchester.
You picked Manchester.
The only reason why KSI is the A-side is because he's got more subscribers and a bigger following. Usually the fighter who's the A-side is the better boxer. As a byproduct of that, they're usually the more popular ones. This time it's all skewed because Tommy Fury's the better boxer, but KSI is the A-side in terms of popularity, but not because of the boxing.
How many rounds is it?
Oh my God, KSI. You are embarrassing yourself. Tyson doesn't hit as hard as Wilder. Tyson's got knockout power and literally knocked Wilder down in the last fight. What was it, like 4 times or something? That's hilarious.
What weight's this fight going to happen at?
It's 183.
183.
Yeah. Any hydration clauses in there? Rehydration clauses in there?
No, nothing.
Straight 183.
Yeah, you're gassed, aren't you?
Straight 183. I'm happy, man.
Yeah, of
I'm
course you
happy,
are.
mate.
That's a lot extra for you, isn't it?
Honestly, I'm down.
What did you fight for Nero at?
180.
Oh,
Okay, so it's not too
It's not nothing.
Yeah, it's
I thought Jake Paul 185.
Tommy's quite big for 183.
Will.
I'm in a different mind frame here.
Cool.
I don't want to go in there and show who's the proper boxer and who's more skillful. I want this man to not walk out the ring.
I know you said at the start there that you respect everyone, hence why you've upped the training. Do you rate him as a boxer?
No.
Why not?
These guys, for me, what they are, you drag anyone out the pub on a Saturday night and they can do what you do. Mm-hmm. And I mean that. And the guys that he's fought are the same guys out of the pub.
Cool.
They don't know what they're doing. They spar up and down in the gym, they hit the pads and they think they're boxers. But it's a lot different than that.
You just got to be careful that you don't underestimate KSI. And I don't think Tommy Fury is underestimating him, but, you know, saying that he's only fought guys who are out the pub and all that, you just got to be careful because it's a fight and anything can happen, even when you've got someone who's vastly more skilled than the other person.
Well,
and I'm very real when I say I'm going to knock you out.
That is delusional. But I thank you for admitting that this is a big step up for you.
Yeah, cool.
And it is a big step up.
I can't wait.
Because you've never fought anybody like me.
We'll see.
You've never fought anybody
You don't
today.
think I'm going ham in sparring?
Sparring isn't fighting, my friend.
Oh,
the stuff that I've done in sparring.
Similar. I've done a lot of sparring.
If sparring was like fighting, then I will be a world champion now. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
People can perform in the gym, but when it's underneath them bright lights, guess what happens?
Cool.
Arse falls.
Yeah, that's totally true. There's so many people who are warriors in the gym, but the moment they get under the bright lights and they've got the pressure and it's the pay-per-view and the adrenaline dumps, it's a completely different ball game. Now, do I believe that KSI will fold to that pressure? I actually don't, because he's done this. He's had 5 fights now and he's a popular guy selling out these arenas. Do I think Tommy Fury will fold to the pressure? No. I think the pressure on the last fight against Jake Paul was a lot greater for him.
You'll find no one that fights like me in sparring.
I'm not going to lie,
no one
everyone in Salford Amateur Gym fights like you, and everyone is a lot tougher than you, mate.
We'll see.
I didn't want to bring this up, but I seen you yourself at In-N-Out Burger in America. The guy put it on you for a fight. And whether you can fight or not, you get stuck in.
I still got stuck in, did I not? Did I run?
Yes. Up and down the car park.
No.
Bro, I watched the video this morning. Someone sent it to me.
I fought back.
He was like this.
I fought back. And
someone had to fish him back to life.
That was the early days of me boxing.
Yeah, but the difference is, if I couldn't fight at all and someone stuck it on me, they'd be getting stuck into.
Oh, yeah,
Left,
I mean,
right,
you've been boxing all your life.
No, even if I couldn't box and I'd never fought before in my life, if someone puts it on me, they're getting set about.
No.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
That's the difference for a fighter. I don't worry for nobody.
Okay.
If Deontay Wilder walked in this room now and he had a problem with me, let's go. Because that's the type of man I am. And that's it doesn't matter about that. It matters about what you got in you, whether you got a set of balls or not.
Yeah,
I don't fear any man on this planet.
Have you not seen the size of my balls, bro?
I don't want to.
This is getting gay.
Got basketballs.
Why does him and Jake Paul keep coming out with this? Jake Paul said he was going to do such and such a thing on Fight Week. Now you're talking about balls. What is it with you guys?
I'm not going to
sucking Logan's too much.
Oh, that's hilarious. If we do, that got me, that one. I think Tommy Fury has got a bit more grit in him. He's got the fighting blood within him. KSI hasn't. He might have that grit within him, but if we're talking about 2 people go into a room and one has to come out, I'm going to put my money on Tommy Fury.
What's going on here? I don't want to see your balls. I want to see you in that ring on October 14th to get you knocked back out.
Well, we'll see.
That's it.
Tommy, do you feel like the pressure's all on you? You're the professional boxer.
Here we go again.
You're 9-0, you're the professional boxer.
Yeah.
You come from Fury stock.
Yeah.
Pressure's on you to win this one easily, no?
The pressure was on me last time as well.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the way I look at this fight is, last time was a much bigger fight because of the build-up. It was 2.5 years back and forth. This was inevitable between me and you. The only reason why this could be a bigger card is because you got Logan Paul and the other fella. With you, I see nothing but just an opponent. A bit like in the early days where I was fighting these journeymen. I didn't know anything about them.
Especially people with
Wasn't interested.
100 losses.
100 losses?
You were fighting people with 100 losses.
They would beat you. I would put money down that you couldn't beat, that you could not
100
beat
losses.
half of
How
my
do you even
opponents.
find a person that has had 100 losses?
I will take it now. You wouldn't beat Daniel Bokaranski, who I fought in Wembley.
I'd fight any of them.
I just want to comment on that 100 losses thing. What KSI doesn't realise is that these professional boxers who might have 20, 30, 40 wins and then 100 losses, you still have to remember that that's still 140 fights that they've had. Now, of course, the purpose of these boxers is to just help pad the records of upcoming fighters, the journeymen at the end of the day. But they still have a crazy amount of experience. And Tommy's right. They probably would beat people like KSI or any of these other YouTube boxers.
But the funny thing is, I know this man will not see the final bell because I'm training
like
a Trojan.
I won't need to because I'm going to just knock you out.
The ref will scrape you up off the floor, my friend. Scrape you like getting some chewing gum off the street. Scrape you up off the canvas. Man. I promise you, because I've never trained like this before.
Really?
Never.
Cool, we'll see.
Never.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, let's go, Tommy.
October 14th, live on the Zone pay-per-view. You heard it here as well. 6 rounds, catch weight as well. I thought you was going to do that as well.
What was that about? There's no flinching out of me, mate. But don't worry, I got a rock solid metal in here.
Calm.
And a lot more power behind me throw as well.
Guys, good for a handshake?
No, I'm good.
No?
No. I'll help the referee scrape him off the floor on October 14th.
My prediction, here's what I was going to go for originally. I was going to take Tommy Fury by decision. I forgot it was only 6 rounds. I was thinking it was 8 rounds. But I'm not going to go Tommy Fury by decision. Now, after seeing that, Tommy saying he's never trained like this in his entire life. He's training the hardest he ever has done. I like his confidence. He said, I really want to just go for the knockout this time. I'm not coming to play about. I'm coming to put you on the canvas. My prediction, I'm going to say Tommy Fury by stoppage in round 5. I think Tommy Fury's going to have a little bit of an issue with the distance and trying to find KSI in the first 3 rounds. I think in round 3, 4, he'll start to figure it out, and then by round 5, he'll probably put it together and be able to tag KSI a bit. What's your guys' predictions? I'm going to go the fight as well. I'm going to try and get tickets. Let me know if any of yous are going the fight down below, and I'll have a drink with yous afterwards in one of the bars. Okay? Comment your thoughts. Appreciate it all. Make sure you like and subscribe for fitness and MMA and calling out bullshit content, and I'll see yous all tomorrow.